What's up, everybody? I'm Flash. This is One Man's Opinion, the show where we cover just about everything. And today, we're reacting to Whiskey in the Jar, a Voiceplay cover of a cover. This song has had a few different renditions that I'm aware of, originating with Thin Lizzy. As far as I'm aware, they were the first people to play it as a song, and then later covered by Metallica. Though the song does have origins in Ireland, or at least the basis of the song comes from somewhere in Ireland, as far as I'm aware, Thin Lizzy were the first people to actually perform the song. Now, typically with my reactions to Voiceplay covers, I try to react to the original version of the song, or at least the version of the song that I'm most familiar with. In this case, I'm familiar with both the Thin Lizzy and Metallica versions, and they are separate and apart enough that I think that I can kind of compare it to both as I go through it. In my opinion, the Metallica version of the song is maybe a little bit easier of a casual listen. It's a little bit more upbeat. It almost comes off as more of a action, adventure, swashbuckling pirate story a little bit more. And for that reason, I think it's a good, easy, casual listen. It's not my favorite Metallica song. It does feel a little bit like they're trying to bring something that isn't true to their form into their wheelhouse a little bit. There is a blending of material there. It doesn't feel quite like Metallica, but that's okay because that's essentially what it is. Metallica covered this song and dedicated it to Thin Lizzy after the death of Thin Lizzy's frontman. Thin Lizzy's version of the song is actually my preferred version, however, though. I think Thin Lizzy covers this song with a little bit more of a powerful sadness. There's definitely a little bit more of a somber feel to Thin Lizzy's, and it comes across, I guess, more of a love lost type song. As toward the end of the song, you'll hear that there's a little bit of a betrayal there. And I think they lean more into the sadness of the story, or at least it has that feel through the music that Metallica's doesn't quite have. And even though Metallica's may be the easier, more casual listen, I think I prefer Thin Lizzy's more emotional take on the song myself. But that does leave us with a very interesting Voiceplay cover here, because there's a lot of different directions they could go with it. They could go more the Thin Lizzy emotional route or the upbeat Metallica route. They could fall somewhere in the middle, or frankly, with this song, they could take it any number of direction and completely put their own spin and do their own thing with it. I think it's wide open for interpretation. And so I'm really interested to see what Voiceplay brings to the table on this one. I think I've taken enough of your time. Let's get right into it.
As I was going over the Cork and Kerry mountains, I saw Captain Farrell and his money he was counting.
Okay, I like the slow start right here. I like Jeff's intro. It's very slow. He's taking his time with it a little bit, and I like that a lot. It seems like there's a lot of emphasis on the story that's about to be told. I know that they're all about to come in, and maybe the song will pick up more as we get into it. So we'll hang on and see where they go with it here.
He was counting. I first produced my pistol, I then produced my rapier. I said, stand and deliver. Whoa, the devil he made and take you.
Okay, so far I would say they're probably a little closer to Thin Lizzy's version of the song. There seems to be a lot of emotion here that Jeff's putting into it. It's got a slower open right now. And so I think that seems to be the direction that they're going, which I'm fine with because, as I said, that's a little bit more my preferred version of the song anyway. But I know that the harmonies are about to kick in here, so there's definitely plenty of room for a change in style as the song goes on. I think it would be very interesting if Voiceplay started off slow and then tried to build into something that was closer to Metallica and kind of bridge the gap between the two. Just a thought. We'll see how they take it as they go.
Used my rapier, I said, stand and deliver. Whoa, the devil he made and take you.
It really is a beautiful song, though. And I really like the harmonies here. I really like that they're taking their time with it.
I took all of his money, and it was a pretty penny. I took all of his money, yeah, and brought it home to Molly. She said she swore that she loved me. No, never would she leave me. But
Man, Omar's voice, I forget how smooth it is. I forget how smooth Omar's voice is. I think him and Caesar really play well off of one another, man. Going from Omar to Caesar right there is a seamless transition that was really smooth and flowed super well. I like the slow melodic bass tones that Jeff is providing in the background here. It's really subtle, but it adds just a little bit of oomph to this song while the vocals are going here. It's really nice.
she loved me. No, never would she leave me. But the devil take that woman, yeah. For you know she tricked me easy. Ring, dama, do, dama, da. Whack for my daddy, oh. Whack for my daddy, oh.
Yeah, in my opinion, I think this is much closer to Thin Lizzy's version, which I'm not mad at. Like I said, that was the one that I preferred myself. But man, this is really smooth. This one really strikes a chord, man. And I could see how if you had some sort of emotional investment into this song, I think this one could easily bring tears to the right listener, for real. Because it's really got almost a sadness to it.
Whack for my daddy, oh. Whack for my daddy, oh. There's whiskey in the jar, oh.
Okay. Maybe a slight pickup here a little bit. We've got a little bit more vocal percussion coming in with Lane coming in right there with a little bit of a drum kit. Okay. Oh, that's pretty. That's really pretty.
Being drunk and weary, I went to Molly's chambers, taking my money with me, but I never knew the stranger.
I'm not going to lie, it did pick up the tempo just a little bit. It feels a little bit more upbeat at this point, and it is starting to feel a little bit more Metallica. There's a little bit of adventure to it now, so maybe I predicted right early on, and they try to bridge the gap between the two because this seems to be the direction that they're headed. Now, granted, there's still plenty of room for change as it goes, and I expect there will be more surprises along the way as is Voiceplay's way of doing things, but so far, I like the pickup here in the middle. I think it adds a little spice to it, and just when you think, you're kind of falling to sleep with this version, they pick it up a little bit, and now you're right back into it, so I like that a lot.
Taking my money with me, but I never knew the stranger. For about 6 or maybe 7, yeah, in walked Captain Pharaoh. I jumped up, fired my pistol, yeah, and I shot him with both barrels.
Woo! Hold on now, Omar. Hit me with it one more time.
Yeah, and I shot him with both barrels.
Bro, he nailed that. He ate that. Come on. Man, this is good, man. This is a great combination of everybody right here. Just with the vocal percussion, the background singing, Ellie taking the lead right here. There is a real fire to this right now. This is great. Go on, Ellie. Go on, Ellie. Ooh. Love it. Everybody getting some in this one. Everybody getting some. Drop it low for me, Jeff.
Whoa, to hear the cannonball roar.
Me, I like sleeping, especially in my Molly's chamber. But here I am in prison. Here I am with a ball and chain. Yeah, my show rain, dama do dama da. Rain, dama do dama da. Whack for my daddy, oh. Whack for my daddy, oh. There's whiskey in the jar, oh. Whiskey.
Man, I like this. They brought me around on this. They brought me around on this. This is good. This is really good.
Whack for my daddy, oh. There's whiskey in the jar, oh. Whiskey.
This is a driving tune, man. This is radio quality, man. This is turn up the speakers in the car going down the highway with the windows down kind of music right now, man. It's got that kind of zest to it. You know what I'm saying? This is good, man. This is sing-along music. Man. Oh, I like this finish too. Come on with it. Bring it home. Yeah, that's the kind of song you get in the shower and you're playing voice play and you're trying to sing along with them and you think you sound as good as they do until like the music stops and it has to buffer and you hear yourself just by yourself and you're like, okay, maybe I'm not quite on voice play's level yet. But man, that's a great sing along track. I feel like, man, that's a lot of fun. Also, do y'all think he at the end of the song there that they captured him, like that's how it ends? Because I like to think that Captain Farrell died. He got hit with both barrels, but he says there's 6, maybe 7 at one point, and I always took that to mean like 6, maybe 7 men like ready to jump him, you know. And he says he's in his ball and chain, you know, there that like he got captured, you know, but maybe he took Captain Farrell down with him. Maybe that's the way it ended. That's the way I take it anyway. I love this behind the scenes
thanks
stuff.
for watching. If you'd like to see some behind the scenes footage, hear karaoke versions of the songs, participate in web chats, and a whole lot more, head on over to patreon.com today and sign up. We'll see you over there.
Awesome. Yeah, a lot of fun on that one. Had a really good time reacting to that one. I think it was somewhere in between. I think early on it was very Thin Lizzy, and I think it kind of evolved to something a little closer to Metallica. But at the end of the day, I think it is its own version that stands alone. Something truly unique to Voiceplay that was neither Thin Lizzy nor Metallica. Somewhere in the middle, a happy medium that I really thoroughly enjoyed, and maybe my new favorite version of the song. They may take the top of the list there over Thin Lizzy. It'd be pretty close. I'd have to give them a listen, maybe back to back or something to really make a final assessment there. But, you know, I enjoyed it thoroughly. I enjoyed it a whole lot. It's a lot of fun, and it's one of those that's going to be stuck in my head. It's one of those I'm definitely going to be singing, you know, going down the road or when I'm at work or when I'm at school. It's going to be playing in the back of my head for sure. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Thank you guys for stopping by, being patient with my video output. I know it's kind of slow right now. Keep hanging in there. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button. All that stuff helps my channel out a whole lot. Thank you guys for stopping by and hanging out. This has been One Man's Opinion. If you didn't like this video and you didn't like my opinion on the matter, if you didn't like my breakdown, don't get mad. Remember, it's just one man's opinion. Thanks.